record my screen. So we're going to see now how to create a Maven project and how to add a dependencies. Basically, you are going to add a dependencies. So this is the Maven project. So how we can create. Then let me show you. So Maven is a build tool which helps to download all the required jar files to your project. So the specified jar file, it will download automatically. So you don't need to struggle. And then it will compile your code. So Maven will compile your code. Maven will create a jar file for you. So that jar file you can use wherever you want. And you can execute your test cases with the Maven build tool. So Maven is a predefined structure project you will get with a folder structure. So there are src main Java, src main resources, src test Java, src test resources, pom.xml. Pom.xml is the heart of any project. So any Maven. So this pom.xml, you will specify will be there. First project information, the project name, project. Again, this also group ID, artifact ID, tag, version tag will be there. Then project tag inside, you have to add other sections like properties section, and we have to add a build section. We have to add a dependencies section. So let's go and see that how to create a Maven project. So everybody ready? Just click on file. Everybody click on file, new project. You have to select project, not Maven. So you don't have a Maven here. So click on project. So you can see here Maven. Or if you don't find here, click on type here Maven. You'll get a Maven option. Then you can see Maven project there. Can you see here Maven project? Select the Maven project. So how we reach this screen? File, new project. And then what you need to do here? Search Maven. Click type Maven, press enter key. Then your Maven folder will show here. Click on Maven project, next. Click on next. So next screen also nothing. Just select the create a simple Maven project. Skip archetype selection. Then click on next. Click on next. I hope you all following me, right? So no struggles. Stop me if I am wrong. See, here we select the Maven, then move on to next. Check this checkbox. Check this checkbox. This is the checkbox. And click on next. So this is the one I was talking, group ID, artifact ID. So you need to give the group ID, artifact ID. Just give a name, WebDriver training. So WebDriver training, June 2022. I can use same name. So June, I'll give a name, the date also I'll give. June 28th. 28th or 29th, right? June, why it is coming? June 29th. June 29th. So just give any name, okay? Just give our same name also, whatever I'm giving here. So you don't need to give any struggles also. No, don't give any spaces between the words. So a group ID, artifact ID, you give there. You can artifact ID, you can give a different name. Okay. This is the group ID, just an umbrella. And that below individual software you can use. That's artifact ID. Just click on finish. See now bottom side you can see create a project. It's a no. So building up. This is creating a project here. You can see here. So creating a project here, and I can see here. See my WebDriver training June 29, but it will take some time. It should become 100. This one, this bottom part. This should become 100. So then I can see my complete project structure, Maven project structure. I can see later. Okay.
Sir.
Yeah.
Sir, after giving group ID, what I have to do, sir?
Artifact ID. So after version tag, just put a less than symbol. DE. If you just type less than symbol after DE, automatically you can see in the panel dependencies. Click on dependencies. You will get a start tag, end tag, both of them. Then press enter key. So make a space between dependencies open tag and dependencies end tag. So now here you need to place first dependency, that is Selenium dependency. So that dependency you can get from this Maven repository. So this is the Maven repository I have pinged in the chat. Please use this and open this. Just type here Java Selenium. Just type here Java Selenium in the search edit box. Click on search button. See, the first one you will get Selenium Java. So first one you will get Java Selenium. If you type, click on search tab button, and you will get a Selenium Java. First search only you will get Selenium automates browsers. That's it. What you do with that power is entirely up to you. So click on this Selenium Java, first one. So now you can see a lot of versions here. So we want 4.30, first one we will take. So you can see here, copy this, just copy Maven, Gradle, these are all build tools, but copy this. See, this one you copy. Copy, select, copy, and go and paste in the this dependencies tag below. Then Control S you need to do. So it will add Maven dependencies. See, it will download all the Selenium jars. You don't need to specify anything. Just place the Selenium jars. See, dependencies tag below. I put a cursor here, and then I pasted the one I copied. So dependency, group ID, artifact ID, version, then dependency, close tag. So dependency is here. So this is the first one dependency we placed here. Next we have other dependencies. You can see in your project below, Maven dependencies folder. Before it was not there. Now you can see Maven dependencies, but after pasting this, what you need to do? Control S. After pasting this, you need to do Control S. Then it will download all the Selenium jars under this Maven dependencies folder. Under JRE system library below, you can find this Maven dependencies. When you will get this, after pasting this dependency, then do a Control S. Control S, you press keyboard. Control S, you press. That means you are saving. Automatically, all the Selenium Java jars will be downloaded. You can see now. Open this. You can see all the Selenium jars. We didn't download. Automatically it downloaded. That's the beauty of Maven. Okay. Like this, you can add multiple dependencies here. Multiple dependencies you can add here. So that's the advantage with this Maven. Okay. Any other questions?
Sir, I didn't get that Maven dependencies. Sir.
Did you paste it under dependencies section?
Yes, sir. Yeah, now it's good. Yeah.
Did you save it?
Yes, sir.
Press
Yes.
save button. You will get automatically.
Yeah, sir. Yeah.
Okay. So this is the first dependency we need if you want to work with Selenium. Second one, go to the same browser, same website. You need to type WebDriver Manager. WebDriver Manager. This is the one which avoids downloading the exe file concept. So you don't need to add any exe files if you have this dependency. See, the so pick will be there, and io.github.Bonnie Garcia WebDriver Manager. So automated driver management and Docker builder for Selenium WebDriver. So this is the one. There are so many, but you have to pick the right one. So there is a doll icon with the WebDriver Manager. Make sure the io.github.Bonnie Garcia WebDriver Manager. Okay. So WebDriver Manager, you click on this. So WebDriver Manager is a class. In this class, there are many static methods. Every browser there is a many static methods. So you have to call class name dot static method, right? So that's how we are going to do. Click on this WebDriver Manager dependency. Now there are so many. You can see here, so many here. And you can use one step below 5.2.0 you can use because this is the recent one, but we can use 5.2.0. So we don't want very, latest one. Use 5.2.0 because more people use that. So copy this. Just if you select, automatically it will copy. Then go to your Eclipse, paste in the below. This dependency end tag after you have to paste. So this is the another dependency, then Control S. Control yes. Right? As of now, these two are enough. So let's go and so TestNG also we need. So I'll tell you TestNG later while explaining about theory. So first of all, let's create a package under everybody placed these two dependencies. Not I'll ping here in the chat. So just copy paste on that in the dependencies tag below. So that is enough. If whoever not able to go to that website, you can do that. This is how to add a dependencies to the pom.xml. So these are some of the dependencies we need. So these two are there enough. We can write the automation test cases with the Selenium. One is a Selenium Java, that version WebDriver Manager, that version. So this is the group ID. This is the individual software, that software version. So each dependency is different. Each dependency is different. Okay. So now first create a SRC test Java. SRC test Java. Let's use that SRC test Java. Create a new package. New package. Right click on SRC test Java, create a new package. I'm just creating a basic programs. Basic programs. Click on finish. So here I want to create a simple program. Very simple program I want to create. So what is that simple program is? Let me give you the steps. What I'm going to do here is. So go to here, google.com, open the google.com, fetch all the browser properties. Then, so you need to type the Selenium keyword. Then press enter key. So then you need to fetch this text. Then click on this Selenium keyword. So in this, once you fetch this text, you need to get only this number. How can you get this number? So after getting this text, after getting this entire text, from this text, what you need to fetch? Fetch only this part. Then, so get the selenium.dev, click on this Selenium link. So it will go to next page. So you have to wait for this next page. So then verify this page title. Verify this page title. So then after verifying this page title,
no.
click on downloads tab.
So could you say me again?
I'm just explaining the functional flow of the site. How you can navigate all the steps I'm telling. I'm going to automate. That's what I'm doing. I'm not doing anything. So this is what I'm doing. First, what I'm doing, opening the google.com, fetching all the browser properties, this page title, where you can get the page title. So in the HTML source code, you will get that. HTML source code, you can get that. And then this address bar URL means this one. This is the address bar URL. How can you get the address bar URL? So yesterday I told the program. So that program we are going to use. All those methods we are going to recall again. How can you type? If you want to type, so there are methods. Let me give you all those methods. So directly I'm jumping into the methods. You have to use our blog widely so that you will get all the things. Otherwise it's not possible. So there is a blog archive. So 2020 and February blog archive. If you go, you can see WebDriver browser methods that I already explained. See, get of URL, I already explained. Get title and get current URL, get page source, get window handle, get window handles, close method, quit method. So these are the methods. So where you will get this? So in our blog archives below. So blog archives below. So first 2020 blog archive, February. Here you can find all our browser methods. So WebDriver browser commands, we are calling that. Then switch to methods are there. There is a switch to methods that I'll explain later. Navigate methods. This is the navigate methods I'm going to discuss now. Yes, I'm going to use this navigate methods. So what this navigate method will you do is, so the browser back and forward buttons are there. Can you see here? Browser back button, forward button, and refresh icon. To simulate these actions on the browser, you will use this navigate methods. So suppose you want to navigate from this URL to some other URL. this navigate dot two of URL you have to use. So this is the syntax how to use driver dot. Driver is the browser. Browser dot navigate method dot two of URL. You give the URL, which URL you want to navigate from current URL to another URL. So that you can do with the driver dot navigate dot two of URL. Sir, we have a get method. Then what this will do? This also, suppose you already opened this URL with a get method, but you want to navigate from this URL to facebook.com, the same page, same browser. Then you can use this driver dot navigate method dot two of URL. Sir, so I want to navigate back to previous page. How can I navigate back to previous page? You need to call back method. It is navigating to previous page. What it will replicate? Your browser back button. It will click when you call this method. So how to use this syntax? Driver dot navigate method dot back method. If you want to navigate to front page, so you can use a forward method. It navigates to next page. Driver dot navigate method dot forward. If you want to refresh the entire page, this refresh icon you want to press, you call refresh method. Driver dot navigate method dot refresh. So here is the interview question. So what is the difference between get of URL and navigate method? Get of URL method doesn't allow to driver to access the browser's history, while navigate method will allow to access the browser's history. Browser's history means browser back button, forward button, refresh you can do with navigate method. That you cannot do with the get method. That's the main point here. And you cannot navigate back and forward using get method. So there is no option. If you use a get method after there is no method chaining. You cannot use one more method. So that's the, you cannot navigate back and forward with the get method. But while using navigate method, you can achieve. So this back to forward or refresh, you can do that. So there is no specific method for refresh for a web page in the get method, but there is a, while navigate provides a refresh method. Navigate method after you can call refresh method. So another interview question here, one more interview question. This is the one interview question. So famous interview question. What is the difference between get and navigate method? So these points you have to give. How will you refresh a page using a get method? So you can refresh a page using get method by calling a get method twice. You call the get method twice, driver.get URL. One more time you call driver.get, you give the URL, it will reload the page. So that's our navigation methods and browser methods, right? So these, everything you can find here. So clearly narrated navigation methods. This is the browser navigations. You can do that. And another thing, you have a, if you want to type, if you want to click, if you want to submit, what are the methods I need to use? So those methods you have here. WebDriver find element methods. So there are a find element methods. This one is just finding the web element. If you want to identify a web element in the page, you can use find element method. This is a return type method. This find element method returns a web element interface. So it finds the first web element in a web page based on this given locator. So the return type of the method, web element, element name equal to driver dot find element y dot locator, locator value. This is all Java. So the return type methods, how to call, I already given yesterday. So the same I'm repeating here. The method find element method returns a web element interface. That variable name, element name equal to driver dot find element by locator. What are all the locators? The locators are ID of ID value, name of name value, class name of class value, XPath of XPath value, CSS selector of CSS value, link text of link name, partial link text of partial link name, tag name of tag. So these are all the locators. So any of those locators you can use here. The locator name is ID, name, class name, XPath, CSS selector, tag name, link text, partial link text. Then give that link the locator value. This is how you can identify any single element with a find element method. So this is the example. Web element sign in link equal to driver dot find element by dot link text sign in. So I can identify a search button. See, web element, the data type of this variable is web element. So search button equal to driver dot find element by dot class name new search button. This is the class value I got from HTML. This one I got from HTML, the class value. So this is the how to identify a single element in the Selenium. So how can you identify a group of elements? There are group of elements, similar kind of elements. You can use find elements method. Find elements by dot locator value. It finds all the elements in a current page based on the given locator and stores in a list type collection. List web element collection name equal to driver dot find elements by dot locator value. That means this method return type is a list web element. What is this find elements method return type? List web element. This is a collection. It returns the collection data type. Even get window handles return the set string collections. But find elements method returns always list web element collection. The collection name you give, and you can iterate with the for loop or for each loop. This is the how you are going to use this to identify the web elements. But okay, I identified the web element. Okay, but what action I need to do on that? Do action, you need to use, there is a action methods are there. So web element methods. On the web element, you can do action. The action methods are click method. So where you will perform the click and which element you will perform the click on the link, button, tick box, list box, radio button. On these elements, you can use this click method. So the syntax is driver dot find element by dot locator of locator value dot click method. So the click is a void method. It doesn't return anything. That's why directly you're writing browser. In the browser, you're finding the element. So the element can be either link or button or checkbox or radio button, anything. So you identify that element in the browser, then click, call the click method. So it will go, this click method will go and click on this element based on the address that you are giving. So next, otherwise, this is a single line you can write. Otherwise, first you identify the web element. Web element name equal to driver dot find element by dot locator of locator value. First you identify the web element. Then element name, this variable you can use below to call the click method. So two steps line, this is the two-step process, right? This one is a single step process. Always prefer this one, first one, if you want to perform a click action on any web element. No, so I want to do multiple actions on this element. Then you follow this process. Element dot click, element dot send case. So see, same element I am performing two actions. One is a click action, another one is a type action. So this is the click method you can use. Then submit method. Submit method, you want to submit on the, so basically when you open a Google, you will type and you will press the enter key, right? It's a submission. Submitting the forms. Then you can call this submit method on that edit box or buttons. So buttons, you can use submit if the button type equal to submit is type attribute equal to submit is there. You can use submit method. So this is only for buttons or submitting forms, login forms, so set forms you want to submit, you can use submit method. Otherwise, you can use click method only directly if you want to do from a click action. Next, I want to type. Which method I need to call? Send keys of value. It is used to type the value in edit box. Any edit box you want to type. Which method you need to call? Send keys of value. Which value you want to type? Type it. So the syntax is driver dot find element by dot locator value dot send keys of value. So I can type with a send case method. I want to clear the content in the edit box. You call the clear method. So this is the methods you are going to use. And so how can you select an option from drop down? We can select an option from drop down. This is the way. So again, first identify your drop down. So drop down equal to driver dot find element by dot locator value. Then fetch all the drop down options using find elements API and tag name option tag and store in the list type collection. So list web element options equal to this drop down dot find elements by dot tag name option tag. So that means from this drop down, all the options will come and store here in this collection. Then use a for each loop to iterate. For so what is the data type of this collection? In the Angular bracket, whatever is it, that's a data type. That data type, variable name colon collection name. Then iterate. So print that each option text you can get with a get text method. Get text. So get text method will fetch the element text. Now this data type is a web element. This element text you can get with a get text method. So if o dot get text is equal to, you give what option you want to select, that it will select. So then o dot click and break it. So this is the simple program. If you want to select from list box, so there is a list box is there. How can you select a list of elements? So any one element you want to select, this is the code, same code. But here for a drop down option tag is coming here. For here, you are getting a li tag. That's the only change. Remaining thing all are similar here. So this is the code, how you can handle the drop downs, how you can handle the options, how you can type the value with the send case method, how you can clear the content with the clear method, and how you can perform the click action. These are all the methods, very, very important. Let's go and write a simple program here. And I'll show you what I need to open. I will open the google.com website. The steps I will write. Let me write the steps. So what I'm going to do here is, so steps, the scenario I'm giving, scenario steps. That same scenario I will automate, scenario steps. So you have already in our blog. If you go to, I'll show you the scenarios. Automation scenarios are there all. You can find here, everything is available in the blog. You don't need to struggle here. See, automation scenarios for practice. This is the one I'm going to automate. First scenario, if you want, you can practice. The second scenario I'm practicing here. Otherwise, you can do this one of scenario one only. Otherwise, you take this. Open rediff.com website, fetch the current page title, current page absolute URL, current page window ID. Click on create account link. Type the full name in full name edit box. Select a female radio button. Select the day, month, year option from drop downs. Navigate back to previous page. Close the browser. So these are the steps. This is how you in the even real time also you have to prepare like this. Scenario steps you have to write. So for this scenario, I'm going to automate. So how to automate this? Let's go and do that. So you create a class. So rediff test. I'll create a class name rediff test. Rediff test and select the main method. So on the main method, first I need to launch the browser. Chrome browser, whatever you want. I'll show you all of them. Okay. So first, you need to specify the exe file concept to get rid of with this WebDriver manager. You type WebDriver manager dot WebDriver manager. You have to import first. WebDriver manager you have to import. See, WebDriver manager I have. So mouse over again. If you're not getting, so don't worry. See, WebDriver manager import. See, I imported. Then so I have to So Chrome driver, I have to select Chrome driver dot setup method. So this is the first line you have to write for if you are working with a Chrome browser. So then you type so web driver equal to yesterday whatever we have written, new Chrome driver. So import this all these things, same code. I'm not doing anything. So whatever we did yesterday, same code we are doing. Now, I want to maximize my window. How you can maximize the window? Maximize the window. So driver dot manage method dot window method dot maximize. This is a simple single line code. It will maximize your browser. Then open the URL. First step is open the rediff.com website in any browser. So this step I am automatic. See, how can you open the browser? Using get method, right? Driver dot get of URL. So here you need to type https rediff.com. That's it. Simple URL. Want you can open the rediff.com here. That's it. This URL you copy and give it there. If you don't know how to write, just copy paste here. That's it. Okay. Then what is the second step? So follow our blog step by step. Fetch the current page title, all the browser properties you have to fetch. So these are the browser properties. This is the browser title. This is the browser address bar URL and browser. This is the current URL. So this is the page title. How you will get all these things? Let me show you. So one by one I'll get. First current page title I'll get. So the page title it will fetch by string p equal to driver dot get title method you have to call. So print the title value, current page title. Current page title is P. Next, fetch the current page absolute URL. Same thing, if you want, you can copy paste yesterday code. So yesterday we have written, right? That code, if you want, you can copy paste. String abs URL equal to driver dot get current URL. So I can print the value. So current page absolute URL is so abs URL. So if you want to fetch the source current page window ID. So string PID equal to driver dot get window handle singular. So you can fetch that. See, all of them I got it. So current page window ID is just PID. The second step is done. So what is the next step? So I have to go to next step. Click on create account link. See. So in this page, where is create account link? This is the one. Create account link. So click on that. Create. First write the step. So click means which method you need link. That to link. So which method you need to use? Click method. What is the click method syntax? Just now I have given driver dot to find element by dot link text. For link always you have to use a link text locator or partial link text locator. Use the link text locator and give the link name in double quotes. What is the link name? This is the link name. Right click on the create account, inspect. So get the HTML, create account link name. See, this is the link name. A close A tag before the link name will be there. So copy this link name and paste it here. Then what action you need to do? You just identified. Then what action you need to do? Click action. So write the click method. Everything you will get automatically. See, if I put a dot, find element after, see, all the methods will list out here. The first method is a click method. Right? Done. When you click, it will go to next page. See, you click manually also you do. It will go to next page. So you have to wait for this page title. There is a implicit wait or explicit wait also there. Implicit wait I'll write first. I have to write here only. Implicit wait I have to write here only. There is a implicit wait. Add implicit wait. So driver dot, so manage method dot, timeouts method dot, implicitly wait of, see, duration. So duration, this is the Selenium 4 things. Duration dot, half seconds you have to use. Half seconds is you specify how many seconds you want to. So I want to wait for 10 seconds. Okay, so I'm giving that. So this is the implicit wait, how to add. And then you create a WebDriver wait class, add explicit wait. Explicit wait. The explicit wait is WebDriver wait. WebDriver wait equal to new WebDriver wait. So this is the class name, and this class accepts the two arguments. That means parameterized constructor. So driver comma, you can give 30 seconds. Here also you should not give directly. Duration dot of seconds. You have to give of seconds, of minutes. It's up to you what you want to do. So 30 seconds I'm giving. So WebDriver wait you import from Selenium. So these are the two things. Now I will wait. So I have to wait for the page title. I have to wait for the next page title because I'm moving from one page to other page. So you need to tell WebDriver doesn't wait. You have to tell WebDriver wait. So my page is loading. So just wait dot until expected conditions. My conditions is, so wait for the title. So page title contains. So I have to give the title. So complete title I'll give. How can you get this title? Next page title. So this page title I need to get. Go to top. There is a head tag in the HTML. Any page
What's new?
ఫోన్ నుంచి కనెక్ట్ అయింది. color. In this morning,